What is up, Midway Mayhem fans? This is Dan, and again we are checking back in from the Universal Orlando Resort for another Fast and Furious Hollywood Drift roller coaster construction update. We're here early. It's not rope dropping, but it's about 7:30 in the morning. We're going to go over to Islands, then Hard Rock, and then to Studios. There's a lot to see and do. Let's go! So yeah, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time you are watching from, and wherever you are watching from. We are on our way over to Islands. We're going to check out, of course, Lost Continent Demolition. We're going to go get some Velocicoaster rides. And then we're going to get into the nitty-gritty when it comes to Fast and Furious Hollywood Drift. I see it over there. Looks beautiful this morning. Gotta love that morning glow. There is hardly any scaffolding left underneath that speed bump. But yeah, we'll get over there a little bit later. We'll really focus on it. Over here at Category 10, we've got the crane on site. It was here in our last update, but hopefully there's been a lot of progress. And good morning, Lighthouse. Temperatures aren't too bad this morning. Not very humid, but it's going to be hot later. We're going to have storms. Of course, we are heading off to the side over here for the passholder entrance. And there's not much wait. Yep, like usual. No way to get through. We are on our way. Woo! And we're officially open. And still got all the scaffolding work walls up over here. Well, this is different. We're able to go off to the left for the shortcut? What? Alright, we'll do it. Lots of banging and clanking sounds coming over there behind the tree line. We'll look at it a little bit more later. Fred's still here. He has survived. Mythos with the trickle setting. We got the work walls over here. And we think we're going to have a shift coming up very soon where there's a pathway that goes this way. And you'll go down that way because that building is going bye-bye soon. So yeah, we'll take a better look here once we do all the rides and whatnot. Come back. But this building, next on the chopping block. And there are the work offices for the site. And we have arrived at Hogsmeade. So we're going to take advantage of it and go ride Hagrid's while the line is short. There we go. It says 20 minutes. I doubt it. Should be on sooner than that. Yeah, it's a walk-on. Well, that was pretty awesome. Walked right onto Hagrid's. And now you already know we are going over to Velocicoaster, hoping for 3, maybe 4 rides. We'll see. Doesn't seem too busy at the park today, so fingers crossed. And we've also been wanting one of those swing launches, you know. We'll see. I'm not feeling like it's going to happen, but we'll give it a go. Hogwarts Castle. Start getting those bets in. How many torches are we going to see today? My guess, personally, probably 2 again. Both on the right side. And what do we got? I already see the left side is out. And right side, just 1. It's a 1-torch day. A Velocicoaster sign showing 10 minutes. Kinda doubt that. Everybody will be heading over to Hagrid's. And not too many people over here. And here we go. We have arrived. Alrighty guys, so actually did better than I thought. Ended up getting 5 rides on it. So got train 2, train 4, train 5. And was running pretty well. Didn't get any slingshots, unfortunately, but it was weird. They started off with 2 trains, and they were waiting until the other train did an entire cycle, came back to the waiting area, parked, and then dispatch the other one, so it was taking a little bit of a while, but they added another train, things sped up, and yeah, I got 5 rides, not bad. Raptor encounter, and just down the way, work for River Adventure. Entrance building is looking good, no thatch just yet, but it's prepped and ready to go. Another quick look at the entrance area over here. We do have some protective barriers right there on the edge. And then over on this side, more thatch has been added. So it's looking really good on Outfitters. Work walls around the splashdown area, and from Velocicoaster I could see there was still water in it, and hopefully they are continuing with testing. So that's just about going to do it for River Adventure. It is opening up in a couple months, so they've got to get a lot of work done. And from the aerial photos that we've seen from Bio, they're doing a lot of work on those animatronics and the skins. I cannot wait for this thing to reopen. I don't care if it's December and it's cold out, I'm gonna ride it. I'm waiting for it. And for those of you wondering, Jeep, still MIA. And after about an hour of the park being open, Haggard's right now at 75 minutes. Very manageable. Normally when I'm here at Islands, Studios is not open. But Studios opened up earlier this morning because of Halloween Horror Nights and team member previews, so that means the train station's open right now. 10-minute wait. Hello, Velocifishies. Good to see you. Like we said when we were crossing the bridge earlier, a lot of banging going on behind the tree line over here as they're doing prep to get ready for the new land. Again, rumored to be Pokemon, but from Velocicoaster we can see they're putting down new ground, new foundation to make it all nice and flat. Getting ready for the new attractions. Again, looking forward to possibly a Pokemon Snap Safari type attraction. We'll let you know what happens. Work walls are still up over here as they are repairing the walkway. Still have all sorts of material over here, but hopefully they're just about done with that walkway. Let's go take a look. Alright, well, kind of shocked. There's been no progress over here just yet. Everything looks to be about the same since our last update. Another real quick look at Category 10 work. We noticed when we were first here that a bunch of equipment is on site. Again, I'm thinking piles are going to be going in the ground very soon. Hello, Hard Rock. Time to get some awesome views of all the construction for Fast and Furious Hollywood Drift. Well, right off the bat, I can see they are doing some welding on those mismatched flanges that were apparently fixed. Well, they're still welding. And over here I can see the envelope checker for the brake fins is still right there on the mid-course brake run. Now it looks like all of these bolts have been torqued. And of course over here we have the pathway for HHN leading to the houses. That was open last night for team members. Everything over here on the site looking pretty good mid-course. I think it's pretty much done, except for just some checks here and there, hooking up some of the electrical and the pneumatics. So I think it's just about ready, folks. Alright, let's get upstairs and see what's going on. Right off the bat, I can see a bunch of those markings still here. We're thinking either for a pathway or for a retaining wall of some sorts. But they're all in a line right there. Alright, now we are up top, getting a look at everything. Again, that pathway for HHN is all done. Crews have been busy torquing bolts over the last 2.5 weeks or so. Mid-course, like we said, down on the ground, looks to be just about done. It's kind of funny seeing that one support arm missing. And of course they are doing some welding over on the flanges over there. Rest of the site, kind of quiet today. It does appear this area over here at the S-bend does need some torquing though. I don't see any seal on it just yet. Still have all the scaffolding up over here with lots of electrical going on. And there is the brake fin envelope checker. Pretty much the same spot as our last update. And over in this direction, we have some exciting news. Lil D.O.T is now in place. Yay! Look at Lil D.O.T in all of its glory. And they're also doing something with the hole right in front of Lil D.O.T. And over here we can see the crane still pretty much in the same position as what it was. Still have the boxes over here for the LSMs. So not 100% done with all that just yet. It has rained a little bit, so I guess this will be the new Lake Fast, maybe Lake Furious, since there is kind of a little split between the two of them. Lots of material all over the site, and those markings extend all the way down over here. And look at all of this graded land and new retaining wall that goes around the spike area. Quick observation over here. We've been saying it looks like you could be going underneath the spike for a while, but with this new retaining wall, not 100% sure. I'm thinking we may actually be walking on that side of it, closer to where the guests are, and walk around it. But there is some rebar down over there. Looks like concrete's going to be going very soon. All right, well, that is going to do it for Hard Rock. Let's get over to Studios, get some other views. Spike, looking good. Still don't see the bumper up at the top. They do have holes ready for the mounting of it, but I don't know. Maybe we won't get one. But we know this tire, and we saw in our last update, all the bolts here for the twisting spike were torqued down. Hello, archway, and we can see that scaffolding rising way into the air now. Unfortunately, not seeing any painting going on, and I know the original plan was to have none of this for Halloween Horror Nights. I think it's because they did find a couple cracks, things like that needed to be addressed before the painting, and that's why it's taken a little bit longer. We did see last night in a photo they had some projections on here, and it was kind of a half and half thing, half Oddfellow, half Jack, different colors, but this looks really weird, and I know a lot of people really want those photos with the medallion and whatnot, but it's not happening this year, at least from what I can see. And we will walk underneath here. Again, it's kind of bottlenecked, and with how busy it gets for Halloween Horror Nights and people waiting for it, it's going to be very interesting to see what happens this weekend over in this area. And over here, everything looks to be just about the same, except for the scaffolding being a little bit taller. I'm not seeing any new color. This is new. Just off to the side of the archway, we have a banner showing off Sinners, Stranger Things, and Hellraiser. And less than a 5-minute wait over at guest services. Here at the ticket windows, also less than a 5-minute wait. Only one side of the turnstiles is open today, the left side, but less than 5 minutes. We'll be right in. Yep, like usual, no wait to get through. We are on our way. And from what I was told last night, it was an awesome event. We had Jack and Oddfellow up here on the scaffolding, welcoming all the guests in. A little bit of good news. We got pigeons. Yeah, pigeons. Oh yeah, and the wait time sign over here is back open. Menu Mayhem right now at 40 minutes, so a little bit busier over here maybe in the morning. That's our indicator. And we have the HHN stuff over here, signage for Stranger Things and Evil Dead Burn. And then we have a wait time sign over here. And normally this will be showing HHN wait times, but during the day it'll show the wait times for the rest of the rides in the park. That's awesome. There is the coaster. Man, I really wish these walls were not here right now. Gotta wait till the weekend. Main midway area. Got all the signage for the different houses. Again, nothing is going to be different over here at least. We know some other props have been added to other scare zones and areas of the park. But over here, nothing. Glorious pigeon. And we have the stage area over here with all the barricades for the queue for HHN in the houses. And up over there we can see guys torquing down bolts. And over here we have some changes. So some of the work walls have come down, and we can see active work happening right on the other side of this barricade. First launch area does not have the evac platforms in just yet. You can see all those boxes mounted underneath the launch too. And just like what we saw over at Minion Mayhem, we have the wait time sign over here showing off regular ride hours and time of day and park close. I love that. Downtown Clowntown, and we have some new props that have arrived in this area. And we also have the opening of the Tribute store today for pass members. And here is one of the new props, a big one, and this is for Killer Clowns from Outer Space. Tribute store over here, and right now it's only open to team members, but at 11 o'clock we got pass holders and they're lined up over here waiting. In the meantime, we'll check out the station and maintenance barn area. And from this view, we can see that pile of dirt. Well, it's getting taller and taller. Over off to the side where they had the punch through for Rocket, all sealed up, not seeing anything new over there. We do have some covers right over where all of that electrical is. There's a guy working on the conduit right now. The waiting area looks to be about the same. Not really seeing anything different. We do have guys up in lifts over in the station though. Looks like they're installing lighting. So one other thing I did want to point out before we leave the station and maintenance barn area is thanks to Bio, we can see aerial photos of theming now being added to the ride. Yeah, this early, kind of surprising, but there is a semi-truck over in the first show scene area, and we are expecting a trailer to be attached to it. Kind of neat because you will be drifting underneath that trailer, it looks like, before heading out over to the stage area. Alright, so that is going to do it for this area. We are going to wait a couple minutes and then head inside the Tribute store once it opens. And here we go. The line is moving. So yeah, only open to pass holders right now. And here we go. The first guests are being let in. Time to enter. Let's go. Right off the bat, we have some banners right here. Lots of little Easter eggs all over the place too, so make sure to check it out. Carousel horse over here. Sideshow Obscura Midway. I'm alright with that. More banners up all over the place. Lots of props over here off to the side with spooky stuff. And we do have official merchandise over here. So they have hoodies and t-shirts with all the houses. And we can see on there, $35. Got double horns over here, 2 for $12. More shirts. And over here, we have a HHN 35 Never Go Alone anniversary. Lights up. It says Deathly Afraid on there, so I think that is the Nobu necklace. Yeah, see right there, Nobu. Magnet releases over here. We can see the different ones. That's pretty cool. We have some coasters and pens, different vinyl as well. More shirts over here. Evil Dead stuff. Got necklaces, cups. More of those banners up here that look pretty neat, but Evil Dead shirts down over here. Skeletons all over the place. Some bags over here for Ozzy. And this one right here is $35, so that's not terrible.
Oh, really?
With Ozzy shirt right there.
Some neat stuff up there. Does that switch out just like the mirror? Or it's different people?
More glasses for Ozzy, more t-shirts. That one's a little bit thicker for a hoodie.
Yeah.
And we have different things, cups, posters. You're loving all these banners over here. There's a lot of detail. A lot of Ozzy stuff. Off to the side over here, Hellraiser. More cups, hats. That's cool. Check it out. So it splits right in the middle. Kind of gory too. And over here, a little puppet show. That's interesting. And more cups over here. And hoodies. Showing off HHN this time. And into the next room we go. Clown stuff over here. In this room we have Stranger Things. So we have a Demogorgon right there. Looks like he's almost like a little shoulder buddy. It's a plush. We have a shirt right here showing off Vecna. And Stranger Things stuff over here. Hellfire Club, got some bags as well. There is a cage in here. Interesting. More bags over there. Got some Fleur, some candy. And a Never Go Alone shirt over here for Stranger Things. We have Halloween, or Christmas ornaments, I guess you could say. That's kind of neat. Look at the little Demogorgon scrunchie. That's really cute. $22. And we got teddy bear over here. And you can see this is from Japan. Hankuma. Really popular over there. And they brought it over to the States. Lots of plush, and I'm sure that's going to sell out real quick. They even have a giant kind of like costume almost thing. It's a hoodie, but this thing right here is $70. But I guess you could be a Hamikura yourself. And over here we have Jack and Oddfellow stuff. Look at that bag. Look how nice that is. It's a heck of a bag. More lanyards over here that light up with Jack and Oddfellow. We have some pens over here. Looks like, let's see. Shows off pumpkins. Different items. Looks like a chainsaw too. More hoodies. That right there, Jack. And then you have Downtown Clowntown over here. I actually like the design on that shirt. It's pretty nice. Mugs all over the place. And then more Devil Prism horns. Off to the side over here, we have posters and pens. These are the nice ones. These ones have it where it's kind of reflective. Spells out icon. Then we have the carousel pieces right here. And other like keychain lanyards and whatnot. Buttons. There's a lot of stuff in here, guys. And next room, more stuff. That almost looks like a guy from 300. Monster Tamer, I see. Lots of little Easter eggs all over the place. If I had more time, I'd be able to actually look into this more, but there's just way too much. Hey, Midway that way. No, Midway's right here. More signage over here. All the way down. Yet another room. This one being Sinners. We have some different articles of clothing here. I actually think that's props. I don't think it's for sale. But we have that for sale. That is awesome looking. We do have the hats also. More t-shirts. 1920s, 1930s style hat. That's kind of nice. Windows over here with more props all over the place. And over here off to the side, got another backpack. Except Little Boo is grown up, it looks like. It says Happy Halloween. Got a couple different things. Posters, mugs, cups, shirts with that design. And then more center stuff over here. You got another room, and this one's kind of spooky. Love how the lights are flickering. But that same design that we saw in the other room, just on different t-shirts and different bags. Love how the black light hits it though. Kind of pops. Over here, stuff from the Purge. That's interesting. And we have hoodies and hats with the houses on them. More posters. Killer Clown stuff over here. Again, there's that one bag that I really liked. That's elaborate. And then we have over here Art the Clown, Terrifier 2, little mini figures it looks like. And then the Art the Clown bag right there also. Fort Nightmare stuff. You can see some of the figures right here and the shirt. Glow in the dark. Smaller one for kids. And then over here, kind of a staple for HHN, we have the coins. So 2026 edition right here. We have Art, Hellraiser, we have Killer Clowns from Outer Space, and Centers. And there are the coins. A little Target practice area, and then more merchandise over here. Killer Clowns, more bags as we can see right there, and then we have coasters, set of 4. It's kind of neat with the Killer Clowns. Over here, Catacombs, little ornament, that's cute. And off to this side, we have some Art the Clown stuff, little headband right there, the glasses, $18 plus tax. They do have phone cases right here, we can see, with different houses. They also have the AirPods case as well, Apple Watches, things like that. Those bags again, and more mugs and hoodies and like. Got some candy over here with Art the Clown. And they do have chocolate bars, as we can see right there. Stranger Things on that one. Gotta love the carousel theme in here too, of course. Looks awesome. And right over here, the checkout area. And they've got a lot of registers too, so they can get a lot of people through here really quick. Final area, some more stuff, fake flames, little Target right there. And then we are just about to walk out of the tribute store. And I'm sure there are tons of Easter eggs all over the place. I just don't know enough about HHN to really understand what's going on. Yeah, we got people in the jars. I love how they have these little screens located throughout the entire tribute store. Nice little touch though. Overall, that's a pretty cool store. And that's going to do it for here. So yeah, quite the line for quite the store. They are going to make a lot of money in there. And then over here, we have the stage set up where the throne is. And Chance is apparently up here doing some stuff. And I would guess so because we have Chance's Screamery with the truck. Finnegan's area looks to be about the same. And again, most of this stuff has been set up for HHN as they have employee previews going on. Oh man, that was awesome. You did a jump scare for the people leaving. That's fantastic. Midway of the bazaar. All right, I'll go press the button. There. You happy? Vinyl is still looking good. Just a reminder, we have a Stranger Things show out there on the lagoon for HHN. And then over here, Ghirardelli Tower looking awesome with everything scaffolding wise taken off. Supercharged over here. Still have a couple things on there, as you can see, Family Forever, but the main sign with the name, yeah, that was removed in our last update. Pigeons. Good to see you guys. Lots of pigeons. And over here, Richter's Burger Company still have some Jaw stuff, but again, most of it has been removed. Fisherman's Wharf area, and we have this stage area. And I know, and I said in the last update that nothing had really changed, but there were changes. We had pumpkins up over here, and now they're gone. Don't know why they removed them. Over here at the exit for Supercharged and the gift shop, well, I think the gift shop is officially closed now. However, we still have some souvenir coins right here. Get them while you can, because I don't think they're going to be lasting that long, but yeah, I think the store is closed. And it appears nothing showed up over here, so no photo opportunity spot this year. Different. I'm okay with it though. Food booth area, and I'm not seeing anything different over here, except I really do want to try a lot of this food. Cannot wait for this weekend to do so. Food booth over here, Nightmare Fuel right there, and Beer Wagon right there. Again, I'm loving the signs over here. Television screens for wait times. We can see a Hellraiser right there. Not displaying any times because obviously houses are not open right now. And then Center's right there. Men in Black, and we've talked about it before when it came out of its refurbishment, had some new effects, and now we have new ride vehicles. So if you haven't tried it yet, check it out. Only a 10-minute wait right now though. And at the exit for Men in Black, we have some pop-up carts with tons of HHN merch. So yeah, you can buy that pretty much anywhere around the park right now. Over here in the Simpsons area, there is something extremely important to point out. Dufftoberfest is back. Yeah, baby. All right, and now we are heading into the Fort Nightmares area, and some new stuff has been added. I can see a battle bus right there, and a loot llama also. There's an awesome look at the battle bus. That thing is crazy. That's a giant prop. And then over here, we have the loot llama. And into the main area, a lot of new props all over the place. This might be one of the best looking scare zones in my opinion for the entire event. But of course, we'll get our full judgment this weekend. Miss Monroe about to go do a performance. Got Mel's die-in over there. Cars have been removed, of course, for HHN. And now we are in the Hollywood area. Again, everything is pretty much the same as it has been before. If there is anything different, we'll show it to you. Except we will check up on Philip. Five and Dime with lots of HHN merch. And there's Philip, yeah! Still thriving. All right, minions, let's keep it moving. We got a good pace. Don't let me down. Well guys, that's going to do it for our video here from the Universal Orlando Resort for Fast and Furious Hollywood Drift roller coaster construction. We did get over to Islands of Adventure and saw more of the demolition happening for Lost Continent. Again, rumored for a Pokemon Land. Really excited about that if that actually pans out. We're pretty confident it is though. River Adventure though, getting more thatch on the buildings. Water is still in the splashdown area. Did not see any boats, but we hope that they're doing really well with all the testing. Over here with Supercharged, well, it closed a couple weeks ago, and that was to make way for, of course, Hollywood Drift, and they are continuing to torque down all the bolts. From my estimate, they're probably about 75, maybe 80% done with all the torquing, and they're doing envelope checks for brake fins, drive tires, and things like that. A lot of work over in the station area. We now have lights going in. That's awesome stuff. Tribute store open today, yeah. And of course, we have employee previews for HHN. Our opportunity is coming up in a couple days, and we will be here for that. So if you like what we do, follow us on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and the website formerly known as Twitter at Midway Mayhem. And I'll see you out on the Midway.